Yo guys, long time no see. After a couple of months I come back. So I'm kind of sick right now, but anyway, I'm trying to talk about the new iOS version released in iPhone 16, which is iOS version 18.0.1. I'm trying to explain why is it so important to be up to date in all of our devices, and we need to make sure that uh, our operating system, or it can be our devices like phone or smartphones, or our desktop like Windows or any kind of devices which we have to be up to date, because in the previous version of, I mean, this version comes October 3, which right now is October 19th, so 2 weeks ago they update. And then if we're gonna see what vulnerability exists in the version before, so we can just think in a way that if we didn't update it, we could just be the victim, right? So that's fine. So I mean, these two vulnerability was not that important, but like generally, so I'm trying to explain why it's so important to be up to date. So in the version 18, in the iOS version 18.0.1, which I already update my phone as well, they fixed these two vulnerabilities, their CV number, and I have it here. One of them is this one, and the other one is this one. One of them is talking about this issue was addressed with the improved check. This issue is fixed, blah blah blah, and then we can see that this vulnerability fixed in this version. And for the detail of the vulnerability, we can read audio messages. In messages, may be able to capture few seconds of audio before the microphone indicator is activated. This can be, I mean, this is bug. This is not vulnerability, but like hackers can abuse from that. I mean, it completely depends what the scenario is, but like, still. So, imagine you're gonna record an audio message. After 2 seconds, it's gonna show that it's recording, but it already recorded 2 seconds before. So, this is the bug or vulnerability. So it depends, like how hacker can abuse from that. If hacker is going to exploit this vulnerability, so it's gonna be dangerous. But like based on the description, it's not a big deal, and we can see the, actually we can see that what's the severity of this vulnerability is. I'm gonna show it to you as well. I cannot see the severity actually, but I'm gonna show it definitely. Severity is like this. Yeah, the severity is severe severity rating. I'm looking for the rating of this, which I'm gonna show it to you. I have to go here, I think. Yeah, the severity is medium. I mean, still you can read more information, and then the thing is how hacker can exploit this vulnerability is so important, and how hacker can abuse from this vulnerability. But still, it's a vulnerability which exists in the previous version of the iOS. And the other one was this version, this CVE. A logic issue was addressed with the improved validation. This issue fixed in this version. A user's safe password may be read aloud by voice over. So this can be scary too. Actually, you can read the description too. So it completely depends. I mean, these are. I mean, this one, the base score is even more than the previous one. This medium. How hackers can exploit it is completely depend on the mindset of that person. But like, anyway, I was trying to explain why it's so important to be up to date. Imagine you didn't update your iOS version, or you didn't do it so far. Uh, Hackers can simply exploit these vulnerabilities which exist in that version which you have, because you didn't update it, so it didn't get fixed, and they can exploit it easily. The only thing which hacker need to do is to find out the iOS version of your device, which is not a big deal actually. There are tons of information gathering tools out there which they can do, or they can even snip the snip the network. So they can use Wireshark. Let me use the here is better, I think. They can use Wireshark, sniff iOS traffic. So how to spy on traffic from a smartphone with Wireshark. Imagine they can use Wireshark to sniff the network and then find out your iOS version from the HTTP request, uh, which is scary. So Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal to find out your iOS version of your device if you are connected to the internet, which is not safe. And imagine that you're not using VPN neither, which is more scary. So the thing is, I was just trying to explain that why is it so important to make sure that our devices are up to date, and simply if your device is not up to date, hackers can abuse from that using information gathering tools. They can simply sniff your network, find out the version of your device, the iOS version of your device, and then try to search, for example, the iOS version 18, for example, point 0. I don't know this version exists or not, but like point 0, point 0, point 0. I don't know if this one exists or not, but like we can see iOS version this CVE. And they can simply imagine this is a version of your iOS which you didn't update it. They can search for the CVE, uh, and then they can find out, okay, this this version of iOS, which is the latest one, fix these two vulnerabilities. That mean before this version we had this vulnerability. So they can simply go for the CVE, read the description. Like even the hackers, which they don't know, they can simply read the description of the CVE and then find out how they can exploit it and simply exploit your device. So, and it's not that hard. It's pretty easy. The thing is, find out your iOS version or any getting any kind of information like that. It's not that hard using information gathering tools like sniffing the network or using Nmap to port scanning or whatever. So that's why it's so important to make sure that, I mean, these two vulnerabilities are not that scary, but like I can say that iOS, I can popular vulnerabilities CVE. There are some iOS versions which they were vulnerable to CVEs, which their score is, look at this, it's 7.8. I mean, it's scary. Why is it scary? Because this this version, I mean, this 7.8, like if the hackers look, we have tons of CV here, and we can see that version 2. But like look, CV is for 2022. Aerobus Music Guitar Pro for iPad on iPhone before version. This allow attacker to perform a directory traversal and download arbitrary files via the. I mean, this is super scary. Like, if you guys know about this vulnerability, this is super scary. So the only thing which hacker need to do is to find out your iOS version and then try to search in CVEDB to find out that's what that iOS version, what kind of vulnerability has. Or look at this, CV22 2020, a user control parameter used in a video call in WhatsApp for Android prior to blah blah blah, WhatsApp business for Android prior to this, WhatsApp for iPhone prior to this, and WhatsApp business for prior to this, could have allowed an out of bound rights on 32 bits device. We can even read the description, or I can even record a new video talking about this vulnerability. But like, if you're gonna look at this the severity of these vulnerabilities, and then imagine that like most of these vulnerabilities, their exploit is public and free. This is a scary. This is a scary. So anyway, I'm not going to talk more about it. I think it's enough. I was just trying to tell that how much it's so important, how much it's so important that you have to be up to date. That's it. Alright, guys, take care. Goodbye.